Hello everyone, my name is Natural Sam 23 and thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the truth about nursing and the things that people don't tell you. So make sure you get your popcorn, your snacks, your drink of choice, because it's about to get real, okay? It's about to go down. So first things first, we're going to get into some pros and cons. Some things might be both a pro and a con, but I'll just double back and, let you know which they are. So first things first, I've been a nurse for 3 years now. I started at a level 1 trauma center in the emergency room, and I also work in the ER. I've been doing agency nursing for a little over a year now, and I survived a pandemic. So I think I have a pretty good idea of, this nursing thing, or so I would say. So, couple of pros. Obviously, it's a humbling experience because you get to help people. Like, it makes me feel really good when I see people who may come in and not be doing so well, and I help them to be better, especially with COVID. Like, to see a patient come in and be very sick and they just get better over time, and to go home discharged from the hospital after being in the hospital for months with COVID, it's a very, very, very good feeling. Let's see. The scheduling, which can be a pro and a con because it is done in advance. So if you do your schedule, well, if you're staff, me, I'm agency. I still do it in advance, but I kind of do my own schedule because I give you what I can't work when I sign my contract, but we'll get into that. So the scheduling is done in advance. So if you get your schedule 6.5 weeks in advance, you kind of have to already have vacations and time off that you want planned, or you have to go out of your way to get, shifts covered, get PTO after the schedule's already been published and things like that. You will always have job security as a nurse. Even with this pandemic, a lot of people are leaving and doing agency nursing and travel nursing. So there's a high demand for the need of staff nurses. Another pro, but is also a con, is the availability of jobs. So it is easy to find a job in nursing. The problem is it the job that you want? I'm a firm believer in not just accepting any job, because you have to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, it's just going to be physically and emotionally draining. This is bad because I feel like I have more cons than pros. But let me just say this. Nursing requires patience. If you are not a patient person, nursing is not the job for you. And me, I'm a very impatient person. I don't be having time for that extra stuff. But over the time, I've tried to be better. It is nothing like nursing school. I had no patient care in nursing school at all. I had never done an IV. I don't think I even ever did a full head to toe assessment, and I had no clinical experience either. I was a non-clinical person. I worked in outpatient therapy as a scheduler and as a unit clerk the time that I was in school. So my advice would be definitely to get some experience as a PCT, a CNA or something before going back to nursing school. Let's see. Nursing school is just a bunch of busy work. I think nursing school prepares you to pass NCLEX and manage time, but it doesn't teach you how to care for patients, because every patient is different and you can't treat the patient based on the book scenario. Nursing can be very demanding, can be very tiring. A lot of nurses have like back problems from standing and lifting patients and the long hours. Let's see. Bullying is real. Discrimination is real. I'm not saying that all people, are racist. I'm not saying that at all. But, nurses have this attitude of, oh, eat their young and things like that. And that irritates me, because you can teach me without trying to berate me or make me feel like I don't know anything, or I'm less than you. We pass the same test. You may have a few more years than me, but we are equal, my dear. And you know, nursing, healthcare, and women, you know, nurses is mostly women. Women, is for me, it has been one of the most immature professions I've encountered. It's cliquey. You know, it's cliquey, it's politics. If someone doesn't like you, you might get dumped on, you might get shitty patients. I don't know if they're called themselves testing you to see how good of a nurse you are. But in my experience, I've seen the minority nurses, mostly black, get the worst patients and get dumped on. Now, if you're agency or travel, then you have to worry about double dumping because they have this mentality, oh, you know, she's making all this money, we gonna get our money's worth, or, you know, whatever. So they treat agency pretty much like shit. So you have to be prepared to get treated like shit because you're black, and you also have to get prepared to be treated like shit because you're agency. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying all nurses like that are not black. There's other black nurses who treat other black nurses like shit. I mean, it is what it is. We're adults, we're grown. This is my experience. But it's all about the teamwork. If you have a good team, you don't have to worry about that. If you have someone who is concerned about patient care and not, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, you know, abusing their authority because they're charged, then you don't have to worry about that. Let's see. So to piggyback off of travel and agency, so that's where the money is. You know, people think that nurses get paid all this money. The pay is with travel and agency. That's just what it is. My suggestion would be to you that if you're going to be a staff nurse, try to get into a job that is union, because sometimes you really need the union to back you up. Especially in states like Illinois, where people can pretty much fire you for whatever reason, just because they don't like you. You know, I have a no-nonsense kind of personality. Like, I can tell you, hey, I didn't like XYZ, and this made me feel this way. But we can talk about it, we can agree to disagree, and then we can move on. I'm not going to hold a grudge against you. Next time when we work together, I'm not going to, you know, be like, oh, that heifer, blah, 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 blah. No, because I'm there to help patients and do patient care. I'm not there to hold grudges and be mean to my colleagues. So, you know, people get upset when they do things to you and you don't give them a reaction. But in today's age, you can't give them a reaction because no matter what you do, they will try to make you the angry black woman. And I'm not an angry black woman because I don't tolerate disrespect. If you want to be respected, you have to respect people. I don't have to respect you because you've been a nurse for 10 years, but then you think you're going to treat me like shit. We went through the same schooling. We passed the same tests. You might have a few more certificates and a few more years, but we are the same. You know, the gossiping and the clickiness, like I said, you know, the main focus should be patient care. And I feel like a lot of people focus too much on other things. You know, you can't win, because if you try to be nice, then people gossip about you, or, you know, spread lies and say you're gossiping about other people. But then if you don't engage in conversation, then you're mean and you have attitude and things like that. So you really just can't win. And you know, I am kind of an unbothered person. Like, I feel like if it's not affecting my money and it's not affecting my patient, it's no need for me to get upset about it. Now, in my mind, I'm like, this motherfucker got me fucked up. But we gonna get this patient care done and keep it moving. I hate to say it, but you kind of got to have a eat that shit up mentality and keep it going. Get that shit done, because that's gonna make you a better nurse, a stronger nurse. So, like I said, pros and cons to everything in nursing, but I really think that people should shadow nurses and see what it is that a nurse really does. Don't go into nursing thinking, oh, it's just lavish career, I'm gonna make all this money and I'm gonna be happy doing what I'm doing. But that's one of the best things about nursing. There are so many things that you could do. You can work from home doing insurance, billing, all types of things. So try different things and see what works for you. Find your niche, find what you love to do. I say that to say, don't settle. Don't get a job and stay there because you don't want to just accept any old job. Never leave somewhere just to get away. Find a job that is for you. That's why I've been doing agency as well, because the good thing about agency, and I prefer per diem or PRN, because then you can really do your own schedule opposed to contracts, because I don't want to be obligated to anybody's schedule. And if you don't like a facility, then you don't have to go back. So do your research, shadow some nurses, ask the nurse what her experience is like. Granted, everyone's experience is going to be different, but you need to know the truth about nursing. And there are things that I wish I would have known, because maybe I would have picked another career. I don't know. But I'm here. I'm giving you my opinion, my experience, and I hope this helps someone. I hope you guys got something useful out of this video. Make sure you tune in for more videos to come. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.